that Brad Blank's music that we're listening to there?
And he's
Is that
playing the
There it
guitar
is.
right now.
Are you playing the guitar?
No, not me. No.
Not
me.
you.
No. How are you, mate? Great to see
Wonderful.
you.
The
Catherine,
lovely
Alex.
and talented Brad Blank's with us.
It's been a while. I've been wanting to see your face, Tom. I've missed you. I haven't been out on red carpets that much this year, sadly.
Really?
I'd love a comeback onto red carpets. The master of the 1.5 minute interview, I guess I could call myself.
Yeah.
I've never called myself anything, but seemed to be the only thing I've actually ever been good at. Scaring people or sweating up in front of supermodels. But but we had a good time creating those moments and putting them on your show.
God, yes.
Yeah, on KQ. But it's been good. But you're good. Everyone's good. Everyone's happy.
Yep, everything is good. We had a nice little weekend. Well, it's raining today, but is it snowing in Minnesota?
It's done now, but
It's
like I
done
said, we
now.
got 8 inches of snow, so we got plenty.
Oh, well, there
Brad,
you
are
go.
you in New York?
Yeah, in New York. Yes.
Okay. Because
Yep.
you were in Australia for a while, right?
That's right. Yeah, I did. I was in Australia. I was there for a couple of weeks. It was a couple of weeks, and I was. My father passed away in July, so I was down there for his funeral, which was
sorry.
inspiring and sad. You guys know how it is, and a very funny party we had after we put him in we put the coffin in the grave, and then the beer started to flow, and it might have been holy smoke. And I don't drink much anymore, so for me to be like one of the sober people around a lot of men and women from the age of about 50 years of age until about 85 years of age, they were rocking. Oh my goodness,
85 and rocking.
Yeah, 85. My
it.
little American children, had a good time. They got up and made a speech at the wake at the afterwards, which shocked me. I didn't know where that came from, and everyone was like, "Geez, these Americans can talk when you put a microphone in front of them. They
sure can.
They could run for government. These children, they were fantastic. It was like people were crying. Like these two little girls got up and made Matilda and Clementine. They're 13 and 12, and they both made this speech about their grandfather. And I'm like, I don't know where that came from, but well done. And then my son, who's 16 and a little bit, I could see his face go, oh shit, I've got to get up now. So he got up and he gave an interview like a freshman quarterback after a college football game. I'm like, where? If you can talk like this, you got to get into a good college. What's going on? Can't you operate like this all the time? Like, in the morning when I'm yelling at you to get out of bed, can't you just talk? Anyway, it was a great funeral and celebrated by Dad, who was a wild man and a good man, and all wrapped up into one. But back in New York, sticking around here for the holidays, and it's all action. I still love December 1st, Tom, was a great period because I'd come off with you guys on the Vegas trip, so I'd got to see you.
Right.
And then I'd have all this content just would start flowing from red carpets, all the Oscar movies between now and Christmas, and I'd just be calling into you the next 3 weeks. It was a special
wonderful
time in my life.
Margaret in the chat says Harvey is 16. It feels like he was just announcing his birth.
Yes, I did. I was on with you guys when I was on that Friday. He was born on a Sunday night, and I think I called into you guys on the Friday. I went back to work. Weirdly, it was madness. My wife's hung up in hospital, and and sadly for Harvey, he had to spend a bit of time in the NICU. So we're like, I said, well, the best thing I can do is get back to radio, and I interviewed that guy. You'll remember the time because I played it. I gave you the interview. It was Jan Wenner, who's like one of the most infamous men in rock and roll, isn't he? As the the head of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he was not, he wasn't very pleasant in the interview I did. I'm like, Jesus, why am I even doing this job? I should be looking after my wife and my newborn. But the kids are growing up, which is great. So we got another year next year of high school for Harvey, and let's hope he gets into a college. You know how it all works.
There was a guy over the past week that I ran into, a couple of guys actually, and they were down, happened to be in town here, and they said, "Are you ever going to get back on the radio?" And I said, well, I don't know. I suppose I'll just wait and see what happens. I don't know. Radio's not exactly hot right now. I know that. But they both insisted that if I ever get back on the radio, that you're going to have to show up like you used to.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, they loved it. They loved your reporting.
Right. Yeah. It was a great time. I mean, you know, Minnesota, what a state it is. And we always talk about the fact that there's an Australian guy who has a job on New York radio, which is absurd in itself. And then somehow
Yes.
through a crazy phone call, you know, of executive producers in that ABC family, you know, the old Mitch Dolan family,
Yes,
Tom
yeah.
Cuddy family. You know, I think it was Bryce that heard that I went to New York. Bryce was your producer at the time, and he'd heard that I went to the Super Bowl and interviewed a prostitute. And
Of course you did.
yeah, and Bryce
Okay.
goes, and the other producer, my producer at the time was Bruce Goldberg. And he was kind of the guy that founded me, you know, with no radio experience and put me on before the Sydney Olympics.
Well, that's
So this
nice.
this is a full 18 months later. And Bryce goes, can I talk to you off the conference call, after the conference call, about the guy that interviews prostitutes? And Bruce goes, yeah, no worries. And then they had a chat. And then Bryce got in contact with me. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, you got me at a good time because I'm going to the Memphis Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis fight.
Oh, God.
Bryce goes, geez, there'll be a lot of prostitutes there. Yeah. Well, I guess there will be, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I went down there. Now, Tom, this is where it gets crazy because I was due to call into you on the Friday morning. Lennox Lewis is fighting Mike Tyson on the Saturday night. I'd already been told on the Monday morning because I was at PLJ and I didn't know if I was going to get fired. So I lived this. Like, my firing was I get on a plane, I go back to Australia and figure out the rest of my life. So I was
Sure.
living life like on a lark. Just go every post. I'm gonna do the best I can on this PLJ job and go as hard as I can
Right.
and see what happens. Right. And I remember Monday morning, Scott Shannon goes to me. He goes, "Where are you going this week?" I said, "I'm going to go to the Mike Tyson Lennox Lewis fight." You know, and I'd be paying my own way. You know, in those
Yes.
early days,
Yep.
$200 flight. It was easy. You know, find some place to stay. And Scott goes, "Oh, we're a female station. Women don't like boxing." I said, "All right, whatever." And I get down there, and I got the front page of USA Today on the Wednesday was Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore go to the fight. And who called me? Who called me at 7:20, 7:10? Scott Shannon. So I did. So it was back on. It was the biggest sort of pop cultural event. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm giving you an example of, you know, how radio minds work. Like, trust me, I'm going to make this entertaining. My goal is to make this entertaining to women and men. You know, I'm not going to go down there and talk about left jabs and Mike Tyson looking angry. And come on, I'm not that much of an idiot. I know we're on FM morning radio. You know what I mean? We're not trying to bloody be sporty. I'm not Howard Cosell. You know,
What's your skincare routine?
That's right. That's very funny.
The
That's
important
good.
things that women
Mike
are
Tyson's
interested
skincare, Mike Tyson's skincare routine. Yeah. Anyway, so I said, but I've got this new station I've got to perform for. I've got to find a prostitute. So I went out.
To find a
I started
prostitute.
like, this
Okay.
guy was really nice. Yeah, this Bryce, and I heard this is a big station in the Midwest. I'd love to be on this station. And yeah, I've heard about this Tom guy. Oh, you know, he's a bit scary at times. You know, he can,
What?
you know, no, but he's a lovable bear. You know,
Yeah, there you go.
if you win
There
him
you go.
over, you know, like all this stuff. Anyway, so I go out on Beale Street, I think it is, right? Memphis, the famous street. So
Yep.
I'm down
Yep.
side alleys there with my little microphone recorder, junior reporter, Brad Blanks, looking for hookers. And I couldn't find any. I'm like
Whoops.
going up to women and just sort of feel, no, they were just girls on a night out. Sorry, ladies, I thought you were hookers.
I thought you were a
couldn't find any
hooker.
Hey, man, you have a hookerly look to you.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to tell the way people dress these days.
Sometimes
It really
it
is.
is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is 2002. So June
Okay.
2002. So I eventually couldn't get a hooker for Tom. So I'm like, oh, I'm so
A hooker for Tom. That's a nice way to put it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
you.
not getting him a
Tom's show.
hooker.
Tom's show. Sorry.
I appreciate that.
What
So on
the?
the Thursday night, I go to the AAA baseball. They took all the media people to the AAA baseball, and there was this young woman selling hot dogs, and she had just such a beautiful Southern accent. I went,
Oh.
gee, she sounds like a really good hooker. Yeah, like, I wonder if I can get her. If I can make out she could be my prostitute for me, and no one will know. Like, we'll see how we go. So I said, I tell you what, darling. I said, can I give you $5? You know, if you do
$5?
a 2-minute interview with me and you make out you're a woman of the night. And she laughed and she said, yeah, just wait. Let me put this wiener down and I'll get you.
Oh God, really?
No. Let me just finish up these hot dogs I'm selling and I'll get my friend to take over and I'll come to you. All right. She comes to me and I do this interview with her and she was just a natural prostitute. Like, it was unbelievable. And so we did this interview, obviously a fake prostitute. But she really nailed the hot points and the big ticket items. And I sent that interview off to Tom. Anyway, I'm waiting to go on, and Bryce was like, geez, that prostitute sounded amazing. How hot was she, Brad? How hot was she? Oh, Bryce, she was a glamour. Yeah, I found her down a side alley. Anyway, so I come on but Bryce said to me before I got on, Tom, you'll like this. He goes, you'll like this. He goes, Tom, he'll if he doesn't really gel to you, he'll wrap you up pretty quickly. And I went, yeah, no worries. We'll see how we go. But I come on, and me and you, we get chatting away, and we're just going crazy talking about Memphis and all sorts of stuff. And we put the interview in there, and the woman was very funny, and it came out great. And we went for 20 minutes, and we had such a great chat. Bryce goes, oh my goodness, no one for the first time has ever come on and talked for 20 minutes with Tom that long. And I was very proud that I'd won you over somehow, Tom.
Yes, exactly.
It was great. Anyway, but the prostitute went good, and that turned out to be the beginning of our long radio relationship, which was epic.
So
Wonderful.
do we have footage to play?
Oh, yeah, so I thought I'd kick it off. Look, I know Tom. I don't want to rehash the Aniston Sandler again, but
it's so funny.
I brought it. I've sent some clips in off the back of that, things that have gone viral from my past recently. We know the Aniston Sandler went viral 2 years ago, but now it goes viral every 3 weeks, which is just absolutely crazy on TikTok and Instagram. Other handles grab it and it gets 20. So the whole world's nearly seen me scare the shit out of Aniston. But I thought we'd kick it off with that middle part of that interview I sent you, Andy.
The middle. I don't know if I can just skip right to the middle
Can you
part.
skip to it? It's about the 120. Can you get? Oh, you can't.
Oh, for the Jennifer and Adam Sandler interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this system lets me skip right to that.
All right. Well, do you want to? Up to you guys. Do you want to play it or?
Well, as soon as you came on, people started talking about it in the chat. So I mean,
Yeah, there you
do it.
go.
Let's
All right.
play it.
now well, why don't we play this one and then we can do the break and then we can do the next two.
Good idea.
After we come back.
Good
How about
idea.
that?
Good plan.
Yeah, sure. I can play this and I can present it so we can all react to it.
Right. And this is the movie Just Go With It, 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Jennifer Aniston. The movie's Just Go With It. It's all about lying. Let's have a chat. I'm just a big animal, aren't I? Look at me. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Adam. How are you, mate? I'm the big Brad. Good to see you, mate.
Nice to see you, man.
Look at me. I'm always leaning around. Look,
Why are you down like that?
Stuck next to us.
trying to be a gentleman. Now, mate, how's this start off, mate? How's this start off? You're just a womanizing kind of guy?
Yeah. Like I'm playing your story. I lie to women, I get women, and my lie gets me in trouble, and then Aniston's got to get me out of it.
Now, Miss Aniston, how do you aid and abet? How do you aid and abet Adam Sandler in this movie? How do you help him?
Yeah. My line. You
I
help my...
help him say a line. I help him replace a line if he's having trouble with a line.
You didn't understand. That's pretty good. That's clear.
I remember that. He had a hard time saying
And I can't say the word manipulate too well. I got it now, but she changed it to scheme. Schemey.
schemey, which worked out better.
Now, this whole thing is built on a lie. Have you ever lied to try to get someone's attention?
Yes. Yeah, constantly. You lie all the way. You lie.
Crouching.
I'm such a big guy, and I get in the way of the.
What are you getting in the way of? Oh, the camera. Oh, I see. They're
That's awful. That's not right. I can't go. Put your hat on and get out of here. Sorry, I scared you there, Jen.
The greatest.
Don't ever do that, Dan.
6'6", right? 6'5".
Yeah. 6'5" now. I'm
6'5".
stooping a bit too much. Yeah.
Uh-oh, 6'5".
Yeah.
That is one of the great scenes of all time because you just keep
hilarious.
standing up and
Yeah.
standing up and standing up.
It's like a chia pet.
Yeah,
in
chia
fast
pet.
time.
The greatest.
Yeah, it's my. I love those movies from those Dracula vampire movies in the 50s and 60s. I watch them with
Yeah.
my grandparents, and that's how Dracula would rise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I thought, as I was going up, I said,
The
I'm going
shadow.
to get a moment out of this. So I just keep going.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it's less standing and more looming.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. God, what a great. That's so great you have that stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it just is.
It's been great. It's something like I'll be the guy that scared the shit out of Aniston. That's my legacy after
Yes.
25 years of morning radio. But we've got to hang our hat on something, Tom. I don't mind, right, mate?
No question. Why don't we take that break that Brad was talking about? You can stay for another segment, Brad.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Wonderful. We'll be right back right after this. I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face.
Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot. Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said, so why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender. For Brad John Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Brad Sean Bryant. We're rocking out, man.
Vortex Virtuoso.
Vortex.
Virtuoso.
Cool name.
Wow.
Fancy.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Blanks with us. Love having Brad on the show, man. You got to come back on the show more often.
I've got more clips.
For sure. I ran into a load of Minnesotans at the when the Vikings went and played the Steelers, I think in Dublin. I arrived that morning on the Sunday morning in the Dublin airport, and they were like at the bar. I'm like, they weren't even in town. They were landing and going straight to the bar at Dublin.
Sounds like Minnesota. Yeah.
I was like, hold on, why don't you just get an Uber into the city and start drinking into the city? And they said, I think a lot of people were flying from all over America and converging on Dublin who are Minnesota Vikings, childhood Vikings fans. And but it was great. Like the next 3 days I was in Dublin and they didn't leave, all the Vikings fans, and I think they had the best schedule because they were then playing in London the following Saturday. So they could party in Dublin until like the Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just slowly make their way to London and keep it up. And it was just awesome hearing all the Vikings fans, plans and what they were doing and where they were going, and in that little week off that they but it was awesome. But
Way to bring up the Vikings, who
Yeah,
just
way to go.
lost 0.
yeah, I know. I apologize.
Yeah,
I was thinking that as
The
I was.
Yeah.
The only team this weekend that scored 0 points.
Zero.
Zero.
Well, we had like a third string quarterback that had never started in the NFL. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, we
Did
just.
you see? Just
Like I said, it's a rebuilding decade for us.
Yes.
on that, did you see at the end of the game your coach have a really nice long chat with Darnold?
Yeah.
It was just an interesting moment, which makes you think: did the coach have anything to do with getting rid of Darnold?
Yeah. Had to have.
Maybe he didn't. You know, like that's was
Yeah.
interesting to me.
Could have been money. I don't know.
Money. It all comes down to money, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Sure
You're
does.
right. But I've sent through some more clips here just because this whole viral thing is new to me, and I put all my old work on my Instagram handle, at Brad Blanks, and I have a
Right.
TikTok, Tom, but
Right.
I'm not a big dancer on TikTok. Oh, not dancing. No, that was a bad joke. That's like my kids would say to me, Dad, it's not all about dancing. They do politics on there. All right, kids. Yeah, you keep your politics on TikTok to yourself. All right. But I have a TikTok and but my Instagram, these old clips seem to gather some steam. So this next one was played on your show. Look, it must have been like 2012 or 11, and the movie I think is it called Morning, Top of the Morning or something like that. It was Harrison Ford and Rachel McAdams in like a movie about the Today Show, kind of like a Today Show environment. And
really?
And he plays an angry older executive of the network or an older TV personality. And anyway, he's coming down the red carpet, and this is the interview that I gave Andy of me and Harrison Ford that's gone viral. Yeah,
Love it.
Bit of an angry man who's at the end of his career.
Ooh.
Hello.
Yeah, what?
What?
It was fun. Yeah.
Thank you. Very funny man. But, this fella, is there anything inside you that you can compare yourself to? No, right, nothing at all.
I'm nothing like that at all.
You're actually
I'm
a
a
very
really sweet guy, and I'm easy to get along with.
Now, playing with Rachel McAdams, she told the beautiful young actress.
Oh yeah, that girl. Yeah.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she's great. She's she's an incredibly talented young lady, and it was a pleasure to be in this movie.
She kept you in line?
Nobody keeps me in line, man.
Wow.
He's an interesting guy.
Very
isn't he?
charismatic there.
Oh, yeah.
Harrison.
And I love that, people all, people got so, it was a bit for him. Like he was doing a bit. I was doing a bit on him. He was doing a bit on me.
Yes.
And people thought he was actually very angry with me in that.
He did?
Yeah. People, it's fascinating online when you go into it.
I don't
And
see that.
I love it when people just call me Aussie reporter. Like I just wish they'd delete my
Aussie
name.
reporter.
I'm
yes.
not even a real life reporter. I'm out there. I'm pouring so much gravy on the chicken. I mean, I spent the first part of our catch up talking about a fake hooker in Memphis. Like some people have me, that I'm actually a real reporter, and then they hang shit on me for being a shit reporter. I'm like,
Yeah.
the whole fucking shtick was to be a shit reporter. Hey, I'm like in this conundrum. Like I feel like I got to go in there and argue with the trolls and say, yeah, no, you idiots, I'm not a good reporter. That's the whole shit. Like, if I was a good reporter, I wouldn't be, I'd be doing, some news show.
Sure.
I was going on FM morning radio and just mucking around. I started my career interviewing a guy that dressed as a koala bear at the Sydney Olympics. You know what I mean? Like it was. Anyway, that's what I built it around. Anyway, my next one I've given you is this one went good amongst the young ladies. I think it's interviewing a 19-year-old Timothy Chalamet, and it was in that movie where he was with Armie Hammer, who turned out to be a cannibal lover. Remember Army?
Oh,
the big guy. and they were in a gay romance. And this is me interviewing Timothy Chalamet, who grew up in Hell's Kitchen, in the 50s here, and the streets, the 50s and 8th or 9th in New York City. So me and young Chalamet, who seemed to be a little bit off his head in this chat.
You grew up a little boy, you were just walking the streets?
I'm a Hell's Kitchen guy. I went to PS 87, went to Booker T. Washington Middle School, went to LaGuardia High School, went to Columbia University, went to New York University. So
Did your parents make you eat the cheap hot dogs at Rudy's?
they didn't make me. I said, I don't want what you prepared. I'm going to Rudy's, or I'm going to 99 cents, or fill-in New York restaurant here. Yes.
There's some good diners around there too, isn't there? Yeah.
There are some good diners. The diner system, unfortunately, is becoming a little outdated. There are few and few diners to find.
Yeah.
Tom's Restaurant, uptown, the Seinfeld Diner, a staple. I still owe them $5 for bacon, egg, and cheese.
Really?
Three years ago, they let me walk out of. I hope they don't see this interview.
You had no money then.
You know what? I did, but I just didn't have $5 on me at the time.
That's good. Big Army, a good kisser. All the girls would like to know.
No comment.
Anyway,
You seem like you might have been on some sort of
A
substance.
lot going on.
Maybe.
That's right.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, what a career he's had now, this young fella. He's got another film coming out in a few weeks' time. What's it called? I know he plays a table tennis champion. And it's made by one of the Safdie brothers. The guys that did Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Oh, sure, yeah.
7 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, so they make highly tense films. So, so we'll see Chalamet again, and everyone will be talking about if he's still with his, Kardashian, girlfriend or not, Kylie Jenner. Anyway, he'd get lost in them, wouldn't he? Timothy Chalamet,
Yes.
he's only a little fella.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the story about? There's some Olympic snowboarder that's now been arrested for international espionage or something. What's that story?
The guy, he was a Canadian snowboarder, and he's meant to be the biggest cocaine smuggler.
That's it. Yep.
Into America. Yeah, it's unreal. And they just caught one of his shipments. I don't know if did they catch him or is he on the run? I haven't delved into it. But
don't know, but it's
he was at the Salt Lake City Olympics in 2002.
Yeah.
His name's Ryan Wedding.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, Ryan Wedding.
He competed for Canada in 2002, and now they say he runs one of the world's largest cocaine operations, importing 60 tons annually.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but that's a movie right there in the making.
Yeah, I like when his Wikipedia article headline: Ryan Wedding, Canadian snowboarder and drug lord.
There you go.
I mean,
no,
you
I don't
can't
think
make
he's
this
in
stuff
custody.
up.
I don't think he's in custody. He's on the run. He's most
he's
wanted.
on the lam?
There's a $15 million reward for him, so if you see him, pick up the phone.
Wow. Yeah, what's crazy, that business, the snowboarding business, it's all, they know each other. So, he was probably at, the 2006 games in Italy.
Yeah, yep.
If he's Canadian, he would have definitely been a part of the 2010 Olympics in Canada. So he was probably hanging out, with all of them. And anyway, that's wild. What a story. But you're right, it's going to be a great movie when they get it. Imagine someone's, a coke addict walking into 60 tons of cocaine sitting in a warehouse. They just jump into it, wouldn't it? Be like me at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. That'd be my equivalent. I just wanted as a kid, I wanted to jump in that chocolate river.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it is interesting because from what I understand about competitive snowboarders is that they are, adrenaline junkies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good call.
And they love all this extremist stuff. So I can see where they would, probably when they're not competing, do a little cocaine maybe for a little, a little bit
Keep
of
the
a
high
bump
going.
down that mountain isn't enough.
That's right.
You
The
go
rock
down the mountain
star.
high.
That's right. The rock star has to keep going, don't they?
Yep.
Tom, I tell you where I went over my summer. I went back to I was in LA. I rarely go to LA now, but back in the days I was always there. And I went into Holloway Cleaners down there next to Barney's Beanery.
Oh, God.
Do you remember that? Do you remember those? And that's where all the rock stars would do their show.
Yep.
And then they'd get their dry cleaning and washing done the following, their assistant would drop it off. and it'd be ready by 2 p.m. And then they put their gear back on and go and perform back at Whiskey A Go Go, back in the day. But I thought of you in your days. You probably did fly. You would fly into LA, right, and fly out.
Yep.
Back in the great thing about Holloway Cleaners, it's across the street from the opening scene of Lethal Weapon, or the second scene, I think, where Mel Gibson and Danny Glover's characters go out for their first. They're driving along and they get a call, and it's a suicide. And it's on the corner of that white building, if you remember. That's the building across the street from Holloway Cleaners. So you see that white building, and it was great. I said, and I pulled up that scene of Lethal Weapon is awesome. Mel Gibson goes to the top, and he handcuffed. He's crazier than the guy jumping.
Yeah.
The guy jumping's like, man, you're crazy. And Mel Gibson puts the handcuffs on both of them and said, well, let's jump, man. And they both jump together. And as an audience member, you don't realize they have the big blow up. The blow up thing down the bottom, and then they land in the big cushion, and then Danny Glover goes crazy. You can't do this to me. I'm about to retire. Anyway, great movie, Lethal Weapon. But it was good to be around Sunset and relive, those the stories of Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop would have been around. Was he around your time or a bit too early?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. No, he absolutely was. Nice guy.
Oh, really? Iggy Pop's a nice guy. It's great.
Iggy Pop and the Stooges, baby.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah.
That was back in the day.
Tom and Iggy Pop talking about Russian history, just hanging out.
Because I was in the record business at Capitol for years and years, so I knew all that stuff and all those guys. I was just talking about I guess it would be about 10, 12 days ago now, that when Catherine and I lived in New York at 20th Street and 2nd Avenue, whenever I'd run down the block to go to the store, I'd always run into Robert De Niro, but I never made eye contact with him or talked with him. He wanted nothing to do with anybody else.
Right. Jeez.
It was kind of weird. It was just he's a little fella, by the way. For you, he's a real little fella.
Yeah, he's a little fella. Yeah.
He is
De Niro. He's gone. He yells and screams a lot now, doesn't he?
Oh God, it's just nonstop.
Yeah, and what an actor. Oh, those,
The guy's a hell of an
it would have been great to be walking down New York and seeing the taxi driver. De Niro
no, it was
around.
at first. Yeah. At first, it was very exciting, and then I just realized the guy's a real prick, so I wasn't all excited anymore. Wasn't all that exciting for me, and that was 40 years ago, for God's sake.
Wow. Yeah.
That was 40 years ago.
How old's De Niro now? Not young.
He's got to be 78, doesn't he?
He has got to be 82.
82?
Wasn't he just in a movie that pretty much bombed?
Yes, he was. What was that?
It just was this 2025. I thought
he does that a lot these days, I think.
Well, he's so political. He's so political. You just
can't.
You can't expect people to come and see your movies when you're bitching about politics nonstop.
Well, Brad, there'll be no more staying away from this show.
No, I'll pop in again.
No,
it's good. And so just in final words, what I have been doing other than red carpets, I do a US sports report. So
what?
I know. Tom's in shock that I've become a sports
broadcaster. He's a sports guy.
Yeah. So I do US sports back to Australia, and it's more done in a more fun, jovial, not a very serious sports, but it's more celebrating like the oafish dad that's in the outfield holding a baby, catching a baseball, and drinking a beer, and you wonder how he's got 3 hands.
Right.
That's sort of what I.
You're right.
That's sort of what I talk about. But it's but I love my American sport. You guys put on the best show, and I'm excited. Between now and like the middle of February, it's just a circus of good stuff. So
where can people see this?
All right, we go to my Instagram at Brad Blanks. I put all my clips up there, but I'm on national television in Australia, and it's really weird. Like back in the O's, I was trying to get on TV here in America, and I couldn't, and Australia, couldn't crack anything. And then, 5 years ago, this Channel 9, a big station in Australia, rang up and said, could you do some reports for us? And now it's on a national Sunday show. I call in and do about 8 minutes of sports chat. And I went back in early November and sat on the panel and did an hour. I was like a real life TV person.
Oh my God!
Look at you, a real live guy.
Yeah, who would have known, Catherine? Yes. Look what I've grown into. Even with this big forehead, they seem to not mind big foreheads now. I had a chick come up to me last week and goes, "Geez, you remind me of Kelsey Grammer."
Kelsey
yeah, I
Grammer.
get that quite a bit. Like I think it's just this big. The hairline's quite incredible. Everyone goes. I have friends go like plugs seem to be the rage. Brad, are you ever to get plugs? And I went, well, my whole bit is this forehead. Like
that's very true.
My life is my forehead.
This is the big money maker, Catherine, right here.
It is.
You should sell ads on
Yeah,
there.
sell little ads.
Brett,
Post a little ad
Bradshaw
right
and
there.
right here.
Nike.
Nike. Yeah, there you go.
Nike.
That'll be good. Well, I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you're back, and you got to stick with us. We love having you on.
Thanks,
man.
Tom. Love you, mate. It's
Love you
good
too,
to talk
Tom.
about good memories. We're lucky
Indeed.
to have them.
We'll talk to you soon.
Good to
See you, mate.
see
Yes,
you.
sir. All right, bye, guys. See ya.
Yeah, if you ever want to just email us, I'll get you back on the schedule. So.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. See you, Alex.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Catherine.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.